Fuck yeah. I'm so fucking stoked. It is so exciting to be back in the fucking thing. Hello, Assassin's Creed 2, my old friend. All right, we can already tell the graphics are way the fuck better. Look at these textures. Oh my god. We have textures, we have lighting, we have blood effects.
What's with the blood? Are you okay?
Look, we have
skin.
Maybe before they figure out what I've done. If we're not out of here and on the road before then.
Wait, we're leaving?
Desmond, I promise I'll answer all of your questions.
I know, and
later.
subtitles are back.
Right now, I need you to just shut up and do what I say.
It's so
please,
fucking good.
Get in the Animus.
Now we flee, and we're immediately. What's really cool, man?
Out of here, huh?
We are immediately
Sergo's got some fucked up interior decorators.
out of the monochrome and into like
So close.
the late aughts,
You're not supposed to be up here.
like
Open this door.
tech industrial look. It's so wild. But the other side of it is like the other part of the reason they were able to do the dev so quick is all of the skins and textures are cleaned up, but like these are the same wireframes. These are the same combat animations. Like these are all, you know, they were able to reuse tons of elements and just bring them into the game. But because the graphics are so much better,
How do you think I managed to hide all your nighttime snooping from Abstergo?
it feels so different. So this is 2009.
What do they need with all of them?
We're in like, so we're like at the very beginnings of what I think of as the tech boom, right? I don't know if that's wrong,
I thought this card would work.
but
Must be on a separate system, and I don't have the code.
Wait.
I'd have to go back and double check because I'm just running off of memory and who knows what time is. Yeah, Obama's president, tech is booming. This is sort of the like, you know, we're in this space
How
where
did you do that?
I don't know.
this sort of idea of, and also this idea of like, you know, we're going to have offices where you have like this pool of tech teams,
Ezio, Audi
who are just, you know, churning out really cool shit.
That's why we need to get out of here.
And now one of my favorite moments.
Get in.
You're joking.
It's for your own protection.
Get in the trunk.
We're almost
Idiot. Well, also, like, this is also 2008, 2009. I mean, the private security boom, private security back then was different, right? It wasn't quite as militarized and intense. Yeah.
Thanks for that. Great. Shoving the trunk, bouncing around. Love
This
it.
way.
So, gonna tell me what's going on now?
No,
There's
I
a
hate
reason
that.
for the
Okay.
escape, Desmond.
Figures.
We need your help.
For what? Another treasure hunt through time?
Abstergo's gonna replace their Apple of Eden.
There we go.
The map your ancestor found guarantees it. The other assassins, they'll do what they can, where they can, but
What? What is it?
we're losing this war, Desmond. The Templars are too powerful, and every day, more of us die.
I still don't see how I fit into things.
We're going to train you. Turn you into one of us.
What? No. No, you've seen me in action. I'm no good at this, and even if I was, it would take months. Years even.
No, not with the Animus. Not with the bleeding effect.
But I'm just one guy.
Everything's a Matrix
Sometimes,
alike.
That's all you need.
So that's why you found it.
I know Kung Fu.
What was his name? Ezio?
If you can follow in his footsteps, you'll learn everything he did, just like he did. Years of training, absorbed in a matter of days.
You broke me out of Abstergo and brought me here just to make me an assassin?
Look, there's more to it than that, but it'll have to wait. Trust me, okay?
All right, I'm in. Tell me what you need.
Really? You're sure?
I thought you'd be happy about this.
Sorry, I'm just a little surprised. I spent the whole ride over here figuring out how I was going to convince you to do this.
Save it. After what those Templar bastards put me through, I'm ready, willing, and able.
Thank you.
Little things like people have ears and hair has strands stand out. Oh, and we're about to meet two of the best characters in this whole series. Are you ready?
Lucy, you made it. God, it's been so long. 7 years. Can you believe it?
Indeed. Well,
Yes.
so this must be the infamous Subject 17. Desmond Miles, was it?
Who are you?
I'm sorry, where are my manners? I'm Sean Hastings. This is Rebecca Crane.
Nice to meet you, Desmond.
Right, well, it's been lovely chatting, but if you don't mind, Desmond, it's best we get straight to work. Time is precious. Doubly so these days.
We've got everything set up and ready, Lucy. Just say the word and we'll get going.
Here, I brought you something. A parting gift from Abstergo.
Whoa! The memory core!
Hell yes.
This is amazing. With their data, things are gonna go a lot faster. I'll get to work on merging the code.
Okay. So things to talk about. I'm going to run around and just look around the space and talk a little bit about things now that we've made it out of Abstergo. First, I was talking about this a little bit at the beginning. We are officially out of the early 2000s monochrome and into like industrial grunge. Like we are like radiators are in. This is sort of like into the architectural aesthetics of things like the first Matrix movie and other industrial fiction. But we're showing off color, we're showing off texture, we're showing off light in graphics. We're also in this interesting like modern industrial style where it's like this is a warehouse, but it's got this cool 3-bladed fan. We've got radiators next to these gorgeous, hardwood doors with brass fixtures and this big industrial door. And that's all like this very intentional vibe that is, very much the style of video games at the time. And it's really fucking cool. Like this hit for me so fucking hard. And I think this hit for a lot of people because it's like, we're entering into the period where the idea of, the container, like I think about the, Tron Legacy shipping container house. That's very much in line with this vibe. And that was very much something that would become appealing if it wasn't already appealing at the time. We are also in a really fun space of the early Whedonification, back when like you still could have very kind of fun Joss Whedon, not to invoke the creator but to invoke the style get-togethers. Like this is very much, this has kind of a Buffy coded, Warehouse 13 coded group of misfits get together feeling that I think is very much in line with how fiction, even over the 2 years, and how sort of the audience of video games had changed between 2007, 2009.
Lucy, I've been seeing things. Symbols in my bedroom. The code on the keypad. Just like Altair.
It's from the bleeding effect. You're taking on more than your ancestors' memories. You're taking on their skills, too. In this case, Eagle Vision.
Skills?
Eagle Vision.
So if all goes well, everything Ezio learns in the Animus.
Brought to you by the American Express,
Really?
Eagle
This will
Vision.
work? That I'll become an assassin?
You already are an assassin. You'll just be better at it.
Yeah, hopefully much better at it. I mean, seriously, I saw the tapes from Abstergo. You didn't even try and escape.
What a dick.
So again, we're like, this is fun. We're in this space where we're quippy. And the characters are going to be quipping at each other. Again, man, I love this. Very much in the old meets new thing. We're leaning into it as opposed to in Assassin's Creed 1, when you're in Abstergo, it is all sterile and clean. And when you're in the memories, it's all, you're all in the history. Here, they're signaling immediately inside of the game that we are seeing these old leather-bound tomes sitting on these weird modern pill-shaped bookshelves. You know, you've got servers and systems running everywhere next to Da Vinci illustrations and family crests. It's very much that vibe. Okay, I'm gonna stop yammering. We're gonna get to Sean and then get into the animus.
What's all this stuff for?
This stuff, Desmond. Oh, this stuff is nothing special, really. This stuff. It's just the stuff that keeps our entire operation from falling apart, really. It requires a great deal of concentration to keep it all moving, so you'll forgive me if I don't have time to play meet and greet.
Sean's in charge of maintaining our knowledge archives. It's like a digital library. He'll be riding shotgun with me while you're in the Animus. So if you come across anything of note, people, places, events, etc., he'll create database entries you can consult for additional information.
Yeah, it's not just databases, though. I also provide tactical support for the other assassins. You know, Desmond, the ones who are out there, actually doing stuff, risking their lives, little things like that.
So this also signals a pivot to sort of the Wikipediafication of this as like a historical fiction piece where you want to have database entries, you want to have those things to read, and also it helps to tie these fictional characters into the historical fiction that you're engaging with. And now we get to meet my favorite guy in the chair, Rebecca.
Hey, Desmond. What's up?
Wondering what your role is in all this.
I take care of Baby. It's my job to keep her up and running.
I love Baby.
You mean the Animus?
Actually, I prefer Animus 2.0, since Baby's twice as awesome as anything you'll find at Abstergo. The Templars might have deeper pockets than us, but they've got no ambition, no passion, no competitive edge. That's why, even with all their resources, anything they can do, I can do better. Faster, too. Anyway, take a seat when you're ready, and we can get started. I just need to make a few more adjustments. Sorry, can't talk now.
Right. And we're entering into the space where you get those fun little brief things. And now we're going to dive in. Okay. And look at this cool, comfy Animus, less sterile table.
How does this work? Of course.
Deep breath.
Oh, what are you, a tiny child?
Sean!
Well...
Here we go.
Again, the loading is so pretty. They do such a good job of the idea of making the simulation the point is very clever in my mind. It's very fun and cool. The textures are awesome. Like, I remember going from the first Assassin's Creed into this and being like, the tiles, like the bricks having texture, the clothes having texture, the increased variance in NPCs, that you can see the shine on the leather and, you know, the metal in the buckles as distinct textures is awesome. And then you get Ezio. Look at this fucker.
Silenzio, my friends. Silenzio. Grazie. Do you know what brings us here tonight? Honor. Viere de Pazzi slanders my family's name and forces his own miseries upon us. If we...
Enough of your nonsense, Grullo!
Buonasera, Viera. We were just talking about you. I'm surprised to see you here. I thought the Pazzi hired others to do their dirty work.
It's your family that cries for guards when there's trouble, Gottardo. Afraid to handle things yourself?
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
Uccidetelo!
Fun, playing with the camera. Immediately from the jump, we get that we get narration that makes it clear that like things are personal, that we're going to be getting a more emotional and interested set of characters, and we're also they have a better sense of how to deal with cutscenes. They're shorter. They are much more interested in, just setting up the stakes for what's going on. And that makes, I think, the storytelling here much more it flows a lot more cleanly. It makes it a lot easier to sort of pace things and tell when you're jumping in and out of the story. We also get the fun of these characters are assholes, not because they are, you know, these characters are assholes as much because they are just
no shame and failure, brother.
kids. And so it's fun to watch them be assholes because they're kids, as opposed to
Where are you going?
when we were dealing with Altair, and he's an asshole because he's an arrogant prick. And like, Ezio's an arrogant prick, but he's also he's a teenager. He's like, it makes sense that this is who we're dealing with. And I think that makes that's part of the charm of this game. Like, this game is just so, it really just puts you in that space of this story immediately pulls you in and immediately sets the stakes.
And may it never change us.
This music hit every time, this shot, it like always gives me that little prickle at the back of my neck and that serotonin boost. It hits. The cutscenes happen more frequently, but they happen more frequently. The cutscenes are more diegetic to gameplay, and they are a lot shorter. Like that, like all of those cutscenes were brief. There's lots more room where it's like you're not sitting and watching things happen constant, like for 5, 10, 15 minutes sometimes. Most of the time, those cutscenes, like at max, are like a few minutes long. Like the long ones are maybe 5 minutes long. And then you're back in playing or back in control of the character, even if you're kind of inside of a cutscene.
Good morning, Father.
Come with me.
Something wrong?
Do you think me blind and deaf, son? I know all about your fight with Vieri di Pazzi last night. And then this little visit to Christina. Your behavior is unacceptable. It reminds me of myself when I was your age.
Oh.
I assume these misadventures won't interfere with your work today.
No, Padre. Avete la mia parola.
I've prepared some documents here for Lorenzo di Medici to review. I need them delivered to him.
Make haste, Father.
Return to me when it's done.
The truly terrible warmth of the Italian patriarchy. I mean, like, it's just, you know, it's such a terrible little double standard, but like, it's so hard not to love his dad for just being like a dad who's like, I'm proud of you for being kind of a dick the way I was kind of a dick. And it's just sort of like, it's great, you know, it makes me smile, makes me happy. In the same way that it makes me kind of sad.
You Giovanni's kid?
No, idiota. He just happens to look exactly like the man.
Give it here. Don't worry, boy. We're not contagious. At least I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, the writing is just... It's amazing how much has changed in 2 years. It's just a different era.
Father? Federico!
Serezio! I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
What happened? Where is everyone?
They took your father and brothers to the Palazzo della Signoria, to prison.
And my mother, my sister,
Ezio.
Claudia. Are you all right?
Yes, but Mother... She's in shock. When she resisted...
It's not safe here. Is there some place you can take them?
Yes, to my sisters.
Good, do that. In the meantime, I'll go see my father.
Talk to Dad.
Ezio. Father, what's happened?
Took a bit of a beating, but I'm all right. What of your mother and sister?
Safe now.
Aneta took them.
Yes. Wait. You knew this would happen?
Not the way it did, and not this soon. Doesn't matter now.
What do you mean? Explain.
There's no time. Listen closely. Return to the house. In my office is a hidden door. Use your talent to find it. Beyond lies a chest. Take everything you find inside. Much of it may seem strange to you, but all of it is important. Do you understand?
Yes.
Secret message. Secret boxes.
And with it some documents. I need you to take these documents to Mr. Roberto. He was with me in the office this morning.
The Gonfaloniere, I remember. Now please, tell me what's happening. Are the Pazzi behind this? There was a note for you at the pigeon. It said, go, Ezio. Go now.
Ezio Auditore? What are you doing here at this hour?
I don't...
Wait, child. Take a breath. Collect your thoughts.
My father and brothers have been imprisoned. I was told to bring you this.
Ah. I see now. It's a misunderstanding, Ezio. I'll clear everything up.
How?
The documents you've given me contain evidence of a conspiracy against your family and against the city. I'll present these papers at their hearing in the morning, and they'll be released.
Thank you, Signore.
Of course, my child. Do you need a place to stay? You're more than welcome here.
No, grazie.
That's definitely not a trap. It's definitely fine. Not a trap at all.
Everything is going to be fine.
All right. Look, this is great. I'm sure that we're going to go now and see our family acquitted. And the story is going to be about seeking out justice against whoever wrongly accused them. Like, I'm sure that is what is about to happen. Absolutely certain. 100%, right? Like, almost certainly, right? Right? Guys, right? That's come on. I know I've played this game like a dozen times. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. Almost certainly, like, that's what happens. You know, your lack of response, it's making me think that that's definitely what happens. This is totally gonna be fine. Totally fine. Wait, why are they in nooses?
Giovanni Auditore, you and your accomplices stand accused of the crime of treason. Have you any evidence to counter this charge?
Yes, the documents that were delivered to you last night.
What?
I'm afraid I know nothing of these documents.
He's lying! Need to get closer.
In the absence of any compelling evidence to the contrary, I am bound to pronounce you guilty. You and your collaborators are hereby sentenced to death.
No, that's bullshit.
One of them. You may take our lives this day, but we will have yours in return. I swear, we will.
Fucking badass final words. Hardcore. Also, who's the guy with the beard? This is a shirt. This is a limited release shirt that Range Touch printed. Based on a dream that Jack DeKeat had about Range Touch merch.
Better run, boy. And fast.
Yeah, like this whole scene's fucking great. It's so good. I mean, like the game is like the prologue of this game is awesome because it immediately is just like, we will make the stakes of this incredibly personal, incredibly quickly. We will take away all of, like, we will set up the fact that you feel incredibly entitled and are in a position of great security, and then we will take it away and you're fucked. You're just fucked. And you just got to deal. And it's tragic and it's horrible, and you watch everything fall apart before your eyes, and then you have to go pick up the pieces, which is what we're going to start doing right now. So I also love that we get the introduction of Sean sort of piping into the Animus. It is really nice that the interaction between, and I think this is sort of that there's this parallel structure of what we're getting in the visual of like the old and new being mingled with sort of the mechanical interaction between the old and new of like Sean and everybody else being able to pipe in. And I'm going to kick that off right here with our first puzzle. Because what the fuck is this? What?
That's not possible.
Is
This can't be. Hold on. That's computer code. Let me compile it. Oh shit, it's an encrypted file.
Upload it to my computer. I'm a master at decryption.
First big whiff of VO line.
Yeah, I can't. It's only compatible with the Animus itself.
Upload it to Desmond then. I can't believe this.
Sean being an arrogant prick, but also like referring to himself as a master of decryption. Awful.
Oh, this is... They call me Subject 16. Listen, I don't have much time. There's something that I have to show you. We have been lied to this whole time. Everything we know, everything we've been brought up to believe, it's wrong. Okay, I've uploaded the evidence, the file that proves it all, but I've split it into 20 pieces and locked each with a code. Can't be too careful. Queen Isabella. No, not her. What century is it? Never mind. I've hidden the code to the first file inside this program.
I do love the introduction of Subject 16.
Find it. Find them all. And along the way, you'll begin to see the truth.
Oh, wait, Tom, are you unfamiliar?
How did this get inside our Animus?
Oh, the memory core. We transferred 16's memory data from Abstergo into the Animus 2.0. He must have hacked the machine when Vidic left him alone between sessions.
Oh, hold on, wait a second. The signs on the walls in Abstergo, the ones written in blood. He was telling us to look for them inside the Animus.
Okay. So welcome into the conspiracy inside of the conspiracy of Assassin's Creed 2. So, Subject 16, the person before Desmond, who, as we heard in that VO section, is experiencing the bleeding effect in a whole different way, has introduced the concept of puzzles into Assassin's Creed. This is the easiest puzzle. We will start. I'm going to just walk through with you all because I think it's more fun to just do the thing. But, and then as we work through this, we're going to talk about how Assassin's Creed unintentionally kind of sets itself up for some problematic shit with the conspiracy theory crowd. And it's like unintentionally, but some stuff gets implied and said inside of Assassin's Creed about, for example, the origins of species and, you know, how and the shape of things It is wild. But this is our first puzzle. It's a straightforward one. And then we get this. A weird ass segment of video. What the fuck is it? At the time, we had no idea. That's the thing. When this came out, it was like, wait, what are we watching? Okay, we got two naked people kind of running. And if you play this enough time, you kind of get a sense of what is probably being implied. They look nude. It's hard to say, but like, we got 11 more of these to find. So let's get finding. For those who haven't met him, here he is. The one, the only.
Ezio Auditore. I didn't expect to see you again. What with all that's happened. Where are my manners? Welcome back. Now, how can I be of service?
I was hoping you could repair something of mine.
Of course.
Oh yeah, I love his hat. And his doublet is fantastic.
Let me clear a space.
He's just so good.
All right, let's see it. Fascinating. I don't know, Ezio. Despite its age, the construction is rather advanced. I've never seen anything quite like it. I'm afraid there's not much I can do without the original plans. Mi dispiace. Wait.
There's paper here.
The contents of this page are encrypted, but if my theory is correct, based on
sketches, encryption and ciphers. I guess encryption and ciphers were a big fucking deal at the time. God. Simpler time, you could just say a thing was encrypted. We all got very codex pilled.
There, it's finished.
Huh? What's finished?
The blade. I managed to decode that parchment of yours. It showed me exactly what to do. Now all that's left is to remove your ring finger.
Really?
I'm sorry, but this is how it must be done. The blade is designed to ensure the commitment of whoever wields it.
Bene. Do it quickly.
I was only having fun, Ezio. Though the blade once required a sacrifice, it's been modified. You can keep your finger.
You have overstepped your bounds, Uberto. Who are you to speak of bounds? You, who have crowned yourself Lorenzo di Medici, Principe of Firenze.
I've done no such thing.
Of course not. Ever innocent. How convenient. At least now, we see how far your reach extends, which is to say, nowhere at all. It has proved a valuable lesson for me and my allies.
Yes. Your allies, the Pazzi. Is that what this is about?
Be careful with your words, Lorenzo. You might attract the wrong sort of attention.
Now let's listen to this man.
Enjoying yourselves. Indeed, a nice distraction from that nasty business with the Auditore family.
And to think I once thought of Giovanni as...
Fucking awful.
Blame yourself. How could you have known what evils he had?
I say we strike that traitor's name from the record books. Let history forget he ever even existed.
Yes, if you'll excuse me for a moment.
Very clever. I really love that they included that line, like the idea of striking him from the record books, because I think it's sort of especially at this stage, like, and through especially the Ezio games, they're very committed to weaving a thoroughly layered historical fiction narrative, and I think it really plays when they do things like that. Now I stab a man. Who wouldn't be distracted by beautiful women coming to hang out and say how good we were at our jobs while we were working?
You would have done the same.
Oh, fuck yeah.
The ones you love.
Yes, I would.
Cuba.
And I have.
Auditore, you're not dead! I'm still here! Me! Ezio! Ezio Auditore!
Also, this is fucking stupid as shit. Like, he's just out here being like, Oh yeah. I'm here. I'm just gonna do the thing.
How could you leave Firenze without saying a proper goodbye?
Ezio!
What do you want, Vieri? So many things. A larger palazzo, 2 new steeds, a prettier bride. Oh, and yes, your life. I grow tired of this game. Finish him, and do not spare the women. What sorcery is this?
Not sorcery, boy. Skill.
I love this man.
Show yourself.
I will die for this man. This man.
Kill them.
Okay, when I first played this game, I had long hair and I was a kind of chubby Italian guy, and this dude was everything. He was like, oh God, I loved him so much. He was all I wanted in the entire world. He's so fucking cool. Also, get ready for one of the best lines in the entire game, perhaps the entire franchise.
Keep the sword, Ezio.
Do I know you from somewhere?
Don't you recognize me? It's a me, Mario.
Mario?
It's been too long, you both.
It's so fucking dumb. Fucking love it so much. Don't know how they got away with it.
Terrible. Come, let's get you all away from here.
Oh, yeah, it's so good. It's so stupid. Follow us on social, like, subscribe, share the thing. I'm feeling like as you guys could tell at the beginning of the stream, I'm really excited about this game. I think this game lends itself to doing this thing in a way that's a lot more fun. And we'll see you next week. Keep in touch. I don't know, man. Sign-offs are hard. So I'm just going to go with stay cool. Enjoy the weekend. Bye.